This picture is actually based on one that I shot years ago, probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago. And in that one, I had my D200 and my 50mm lens, and I shot a picture from on top of a stairwell looking down. And it looks, kind of similar to this, but the field of view is so much more constrained on that original that it doesn't feel as expansive as this. This one I shot with my Fuji, and the 35mm focal length on that one, well, 35mm equivalent, it gave a much larger field of view. And I think this is a much more interesting picture all around. I had to lay on the floor of the ground level of Willard Hall, actually, on the OSU campus. It was over spring break, so there's no one around. I don't think I would have done this with a lot of students or faculty members around. It just felt a little weird to be laying on my back on the floor of this stairwell. But I thought this would make a really cool picture, and I think it turned out okay. I didn't even tweak it afterwards. I shot it in JPEG, and I'm pretty happy with it. The tricky part was actually getting everything to line up right. It's difficult to hold a camera completely level, and a lot of cameras will tell you if you're holding it in front of you, if it's level, like to the left or right. But if you're holding it straight up, most cameras don't have any sort of leveling guide or whatever, accelerometer, gyroscope, whatever, to tell you if the camera is essentially flat on a flat plane or not. And I had to take several pictures of the scene just to make sure I had one that was level, and it turns out it was this one. This is actually one of the earlier ones I shot. I think I took maybe 20, and I kept on scooting around and moving the camera around, and I wasn't quite sure what I was going for, really, other than a picture looking straight up from the bottom of the stairwell. And then in the end, I realized that it's this diagonal thing at the top, that whatever is on the ceiling that's going from top center to bottom right, I like that, and it adds something to the photo that I don't quite know what. But if that were just blank, it wouldn't be as interesting. But somehow that gives a sense that there's, I don't know, something up there. That combined with the way the stairwell just sort of recedes evenly into this smaller rectangle, I don't know, it's just kind of an interesting looking photo, and not one that I would normally take. Partially because I wouldn't think to take it, but partially because there's normally a lot more people around, and it would just feel weird. So, I don't know, I had kind of fun. It was a fun time taking this picture.